What's up, everybody? It's Dante with Iron Line Collectibles. Right now, we're getting into this 2025 Bowman Draft Baseball Mega 20 box full case number 4 random teams. Let me get this on over to the group. Tag everybody up, do the random, and then get into this break. Alrighty, got everybody tagged on up that it would let me. Alrighty, let us go ahead and get into this random. So we have Mr. Adam Page on top. We got Tyler Beach on the bottom. 30 entries here. Anything less than 4, we will reroll. This is a 7. We got TVE on top, TVE on the bottom. Boom. Cool, and then for our teams, we're also going to have 30 entries here. We're going to have the Diamondbacks on top and the Washington Nationals on the bottom. Same rules apply. 2, so we have to re-roll. 3, that is another re-roll. 5, there we go. All right, we got the Cardinals on top and the Mets on the bottom. Righty. So that is good. All right, so now you should be seeing what I'm seeing on your screen on the right. Should have your teams. However, if you want to trade, you got 3 minutes to work out a trade with somebody else. Got 1 minute left on that trade timer. All right, your timer is up. Let's go through this really quick. Okay. Alrighty. Full case of megas. Total out to 20. So many mega boxes, my goodness. Alright. Empty box. We don't need that anymore. Get it out of here. Okay. Let us start with mega number 1. Lenny, Joshua, Pena, and TJ Quinn there. We're going to have our first numbered. This is going to be Max Williams, numbered to 150, heading out to Miami. Ooh, and then we're going to have a prize prospects card of Travis going over to the Cleveland Guardians. What up, TVE? What's going on, my man? I am doing good. Pull anything crazy recently, Travis? I have a Charles here for the Dodgers. on the laser. Not bad. Max Clark, Mason Morris. Ethan, Nate George. AJ Russell here on the laser. Heading out to the ranges. Joseph, Tyson, Max, Josh, and Steel Hall. All right. First box down. Let me see if I can be even more efficient with this. Nothing too crazy except the Prism Ashton Genty. Yeah, okay. Alright. So the one that I brought over to Sports Card Trade Night the other night, the Origins on card auto, that one just gets outshined by your Genty from Prism, huh? That's how it is. Because I know Prism is more valuable than Origins, and we both have out of 10 autos, so I think you bested me there. Any new Burrow cards? Other than the one that I traded for, no. But that was like my Grail card. It's not, doesn't have to be numbered or anything, but just the you know, the on-card auto rookie ticket, PSA 9. That's all I can ask for. I was happy to do that trade. A 1-for-1 trade. And I hope it works out for, I believe I traded with Ty. I hope it works out for Ty, too. He was very nice. Both him and his son, very nice. All right. Thomas White. Colin Yeaman. Kane. Mason. Dax. Ryan. K. Riley Quick. Okay. That was the first one that I went to, man. I was really happy with it. I mean, the first, what are the odds? The first one that I go to, and there's the Grail card for me, in my opinion, that I've been looking for. And there it is. And then I work out a trade for it, so I'm very, very happy. Definitely going to have to go to more of those. Dean Moss, Malachi, Brandon, Joseph, Max, Dominic, Antonio. We're going to have a Connor Griffin on the prize prospects. Not numbered, but very sick looking card there. This is going over to the Pittsburgh Pirates, and that will be Nick getting that one. Well, all right. Travis, since you're in here, I gotta tell you, man, I held on to my Drake May, and oh boy, should I have sold. Not only did he not win MVP, but then he got stomped at the Super Bowl. Hate to ask, but I just got into this break and was wondering if you got any hits. Henry, which team did you get? You got the Giants? I mean, we're quite literally 2 boxes in. I don't think anything crazy has happened yet. The best hit so far is going to be for Miami, number to 150 right there, Max Williams. Nothing crazy so far, but still have a lot of mega boxes to go through. But yeah, Drake May not getting the MVP and then also just getting destroyed in the Super Bowl. That card is now plummeting in value. Oops. Live and you learn. okay. I think I'm still up on the card, though. I bought it when it was really, really cheap. Tyson Lewis, Aaron Escobar, Ethan. We're going to have a Devin Taylor on the laser. Josh. Yeah, he did. He did. I'm still holding on to it just because, I don't know. He got there in year 2, and, what's to say he can't do it again? But, I don't even necessarily think that loss is on Drake. That one interception that he had was horrendous, right? But it was just the O-line, man. O-line was terrible for him that game, and I understand Seattle has a great defense. That O-line did not help out Drake at all. All right, Aaron, Mason. There we go. How about an Eli Willits here for you, Travis? Not bad. Gage. Cameron, Mason, Nolan, and then we're going to have a Billy Carlson for the White Sox. White Sox. There we go. Going over to Dylan. Yeah. I also expected, what's his name? Stephon Diggs to be, more impactful that game. I hardly saw him at all. I understand he's not the player that he once was, but you just I expected a little bit more from him in that game. But it's also very, very hard to throw your wide receiver the ball when the pocket's collapsing. You have to scramble. I think the stage was also just, I wouldn't say too bright for Drake, but it's the Super Bowl in year 2. I don't know. Eli, going up there. You know what? Let's also go ahead. Let's throw this numbered card up there too. Should have done that at the beginning. Silly me. $150. I'll put it down here. I'll put him down here for now. I pray that we can get something better than out of 150 out of 20 mega boxes. All right. Young, Spencer Jones, Ethan Frey. Eduardo, okay. Trevor Cohen, Quinn Young again. CJ Gray, Walker Jenkins here. And then our 2 packs on tap. Aiden West, George, Joshua Gonzalez, Josh Owens, and then we're going to have a Gavin Klein here. Going out to the Giants on the prize prospects insert. Cooper Fleming, Zach Root, Marcus Phillips, Ethan Conrad, and then Tyler Bremner. Ending us off there. Mason, Kent, Luke. I have a Gavin Turley for the A's. Robert Kelly. Lugo, Gavin, Pena, Blake Mitchell for the Royals. Sean Gamble, Jason, Steele Hall, Ryan Mitchell, Murph Gray, Nate Snead, Dean Moss, Malachi Witherspoon, Brandon Compton, and then we're going to have a Dax Kilby for the Yankees there on the prize prospects insert. That mega box is now done. Fini. Over. Next one. Charles, Tommy, Nick, Wood, Hagen Smith for the Chicago White Sox. And we're going to have Eli Willits again. Not bad. Sean, Luke, Mitch for the Mets. All right, Dominic Reed, Antonio, Ty Harvey, Nate. We're going to have Gavin again showing up. Heading out to the Giants. Josh, Ethan, Joseph, Max. Whoa! Look at this. How about a Brady Ebel for the Brewers on the die cut here? Wow. Very sick. I love some die cut cards. Very nice. Going over to Milwaukee. He's got the Brewers. It's going over to Nick. Nice little die cut. Maybe, if it'll go in the sleeve. Please. Die cuts are tricky. There we go. Boom. All right, next box. Mason, Caden, K, Charlie. We're going to have a Arun Escobar here for the Phillies. Interesting. Nice. Same last name as me. Let's go. Morales, JT, Gavin, Sebastian, Mason, Jackson Wiggins for the Cubs. Ooh, another die cut. Liam Doyle, Max Williams, Anthony, Ben. Ooh. How about for the Yankees, we're going to have a George Lombard Jr. on the die cut in action. Dominic Reed, TJ Harvey, Nate Schneid. Then we're going to have a Jesus. Is that really his name? Jesus Made or Jesus Made? That's actually pretty baller. Okay, going out to Milwaukee. Jesus Made or Jesus Made. One of the two. That's crazy. Crazy name. We're thinking for the finals, OKC, then whoever they sweep in the East. I mean, dude, the Spurs look to be like they got OKC's number. If Wembanyama can stay healthy, I don't know, man. Like it's hard to bet against, OKC with just how good that they are. But then I see a team like the Spurs and how they play up against them, and it's like, well, I don't know, man. Like I think it's gonna be Wemby's league. Like when LeBron retires, it's gonna be Wemby's league, and for good reason. I think he's borderline unstoppable to a degree. So I really like the Spurs. Of course, I want the Lakers to win it, but that's not happening. That is not a championship team. In the East, I guess there's a lot of factors to it as well. Like, I mean, the obvious answer is the Pistons, right? Pistons look pretty good. But also, another Eli there. But also, how are the Celtics going to be when Jason Tatum comes back, right? They have a pretty good team. Playoffs are different. You are correct, but I mean, I don't know. I believe in Victor Wembanyama. I really do. Nick, Smith, Hall. We have an Arjun here for the Blue Jays. Eli showing up again. I don't know. It's too hard to tell. Easton, Carmichael. It's too hard to tell, man. It's because you don't know, like, injuries. Injuries happen all the time in the NBA and in the playoffs, and it's like that changes the whole thing. I want to believe in the Nuggets. I want the Nuggets to be able to take out the Thunder, but I don't know, man. I don't know. I think the easy answer is the Thunder, but I don't know if they go back to back. AJ Russell, Mitch, Patrick, Xavier, Gianni, Ethan, Ryan. There he is again, our boy. And then we have Cade Anderson there on the prize prospects insert. Going over to the Mariners. Yeah. Do you have any rookie autos of him, Travis? If you don't mind me asking. I've been looking at it, man. I mean, rightfully so. I think it's too late to get into the game on Victor Wembanyama for rookie autographs. I was looking at it, I was like, those prices are a bit steep. Or just any, like, Victor Wembanyama auto, too. honestly. They're all, like, insanely expensive. Nick Becker for the Mariners. James Tibbs for the Dodgers. And we're going to have Tommy White for the A's. Steve Hall, Ryan Mitchell, Murph Gray, Trevor, Cade Anderson, again, Dean Moss, Malachi Witherspoon, Brandon Compton, Sean Gamble, and then Kason Cunningham for the D-backs. Ending us off there. We don't have any women going. I think this year with Topps being licensed autos are worth just as much as. Yeah, that's fair. I think that there's only one licensed auto card from his rookie year, and it was like, I think it's, if I'm remembering this correctly, I think it's him walking onto a baseball field for throwing the first pitch, and it's not even like licensed with the Spurs. It's licensed with like a different team, like a baseball team, if I'm not mistaken, which is insane. That is the only licensed rookie card that he has. Joseph, Lewis, Max, Sammy, Dominic, Ethan, Nate George, Dante Nori, Ben Jacobs. We're going to have a Tate here for the Braves on the laser etch. Cooper Pratt, Jacob Morrison. I'm fairly certain that's the only license. It's him. Yeah, it's crazy. Gavin Fiend. Seth Hernandez. Tyler. And then it's off. Who is this? Ty Harvey. That's who it is. Got another die cut. Ooh, and a gold. Ooh. We like that. All right, we're going to have Cade, Connor, Miguel. Who is this? It's going to be Liam Doyle for the St. Louis Cardinals on the die cut. Michael, Gavin. Let's go ahead and put the gold to the back. Liam Doyle again on the insert prize prospects. Cade Anderson. This is upside down. Max Williams, 36 out of 50, going over to the Miami Marlins on the gold. Marlins TBE, there you go. That is your card, sir. Max Williams, 36 out of 50, heading your way. look something up really quick. Yeah, okay. Cool. You know what? Let's do 2 boxes at a time. Why not? Let's get crazy with it. We'll put these packs right here. Jackson, Peter, Max Williams again. Patrick Forbes, laser etch. Doyle, Jamie. We're going to have a Tanner Franklin. Griffin Hughes. Bryce Cunningham. I remember that name for the Athletics. Very nice. Tommy Troy on the laser etch. Carlos, Billy, Max Williams again. We're going to have a Cam for the Atlanta Braves on the laser etch. And then James L. Wagner. Not. God, I butchered that. L. Wang. Yeah, we're going to go with that. James for the Twins. I apologize. I'm not familiar with baseball if you guys could not tell. But I'm trying my best. All right, moving on. Jacob, Landon, Jesus, Bradley, Riley, and then we're going to have a Chase Shores for the Angels. All right, moving on to our juiced packs here. I have another die cut. Josiah, Pena, JT, JD, JB, Trevor, Jacob. There we go. How about our first auto? We're going to have Tate on the Atlanta Braves here. 79 out of 150. Not bad. Who's got ATL? It's going over to Henry. Henry, this is yours, my man. Boom. Moving on. We're going to have Ike Irish. We're going to have another auto here. There we go. I have Gavin Klein. This is 14 out of 99. Going over to the San Francisco Giants. That is also going over to Henry. Back-to-back hits for you, Henry. Whoa. Back-to-back autographs for you. We're going to have another die cut of Kevin for the Tigers. Witherspoon. Whoa, all right. This one should be numbered now. 61 out of 99 of JoJo Parker. Whoa. The prize prospects. And then Kevin showing up again. Also on the prize prospects, not numbered. All right. Those packs did not disappoint. That was pretty good. That last bit right there. Pretty good. $61 out of 99 heading over to Toronto. And another little die cut. Let's finish off this side. Oh, there is one in there. There we go. That's why I showed off. In case I also catch myself making a mistake. Put those off to the side. Joshua here for the A's. And we're going to have Grant Richardson also for the A's. Kyle, Sean, Tate, Briggs, McKenzie for the Braves. Mason for the Rangers. Enrique Bradfield Jr. And Johnny Farmelo. Alright, let's see if we have any juice in these packs. Those last four did not disappoint. Miller, Matthew, Gavin, Tate. Going to have our first die cut of JoJo Parker for the Blue Jays. Ooh. All right, and then we're going to have a numbered card. It's going to be Ty Harvey, 132 out of 150, going over to San Diego. Ooh, that's a nice card. We're going to have Travis. West. Billy Carlson. Jamie Arnold. Max Williams. And then our last card is going to be a die cut of Eli Willett. Going over to TVE with the Washington Nationals. Not bad. Not bad at all. There we go. All right, next two. Cade, Cameron, Matthew, Ethan. We're going to have a Sean for the Milwaukee Brewers on the laser etch. Rojas. Ooh. Lugo for the Angels. Kyle, Dean, Cooper, Gustavo, Josh Owens, and then we're going to have Gavin for the San Francisco Giants. George, Ben Jacobs, Landon for the White Sox, the laser. Dax Kilby, Caleb Wing for the Cubs. Watson, Seth, Jordan, Dean, Michael. There we go. How about Eli showing up again? Any prize prospects insert. Billy, Dax, Landon, Briggs, Kevin, and then Connor Griffin on the prize prospects insert. Next pair. Carlos, Billy, Matthew, Ethan. We're going to have Bryce Cunningham for the Yankees. And then Xavier for the Houston Astros. Jacob, Jesus, Cooper, Johnny, Gray, Josh Owens, and then we're going to have Griffin. Caden, Cameron, Gavin. We're going to have Aiden West for the Dodgers. James Tibbs. Mitch. Rodriguez. And then JoJo Parker for the Blue Jays. Well, I see some color in there. It looks like we're going to have an out of 99. Ooh, we might have an out of 25 too. All right. Max, Dominic. Die cut of Tyler Bremner for the Angels. Josh, Ethan, Joseph, and then we're going to have Seth Hernandez, 23 out of 99. Going over to the Pirates. JoJo Parker for the Blue Jays on the prize prospects. Kane, Ethan, Jack. Kent. Nice. How about Jesus made? How about that? Jesus or Jesus made for the Brewers, 13 out of 25. Nick, Tanner, Griffin. Oh, and then how about a Zach Root auto going over to the Dodgers. And then George Lombard Jr., new prize prospect insert there for the Yankees. That was a lot. Those were 4 good packs. I like that. Let's see. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah. Yeah, that Jesus is going to be magged. I'm looking at the comps online. That's what I thought. Congratulations to the Milwaukee Brewers. That's going to be Nick getting that card. Congratulations, Nick. Maybe if I can even get this open. Here we go. Huh. Boom. Nice and safe. And a little sticker to go with it. Jesus to 25. Going out to the Brewers. All right, last 2 boxes of this break. Anyone group the series? Paul, so it was close to breaking when I started this. I don't know if it's sold out or not, because I've been doing this break for just over an hour now. So if it's sold out, If it's sold out, I have to do my due diligence with this break, like making sure all the cards are taken care of and stuff like that, and making sure that it's good to go for shipping. Once I'm done with that, if it's sold out, I'll do that one as well. Oh, I see. Well, I have a feeling that it is going to fill out. Got a feeling that it will. A hunch. George, Nolan, Luke, Gavin, JJ, Cade, Michael for the Tigers. Connor Griffin. Dax is the card that fell. Pena. A Felnin for the Mariners. Charles, Tommy, Gavin, Josh Hammond for the Royals. Eli showing up again. Cooper Pratt. And then Gabe Davis for the White Sox. All right, let's see if we got any juice left. Any juice left. Landon, Justin, Kevin. Eli showing up again on the prize prospects. Gavin, Cade, Connor, Miguel, Kyle, Dean, Caden, Jack, Leo, Joseph, and then Jamie Arnold to end us off on the prize prospects insert for the Athletics. Alrighty, let us go ahead and get into this recap. Let's see, what do I want to pick out here? Boom, boom, you two, you, two, and you. Alright, a lot of those are die cuts up there. Alright, we're going to have Seth Hernandez for the Pirates, 23 out of 99. Zach Root on the on-card auto, heading out to the LA Dodgers. Ty Harvey, number 2, 150, going over to the Padres. Max Williams, number 2, 150, heading out to the Marlins. Max Williams again, this time number 250, going out to the Marlins. Gavin on the on-card auto, 14 out of 99, going over to the San Francisco Giants. Tate on the on-card auto out of 150, going over to the Atlanta Braves. JoJo Parker here, 61 out of 99 on the prize prospects insert, going over to the Blue Jays. And then last but not least, we have Jesus made, 13 out of 25, going over to the Brew Crew. Very nice. All right, everybody, that's going to do it for me in this break. Anyways, we're going to disregard that last message. Yeah, so I will get that message tripped me up. I will catch you on the next one. Thanks for hanging out with me, everybody. Like I said, I have to do my due diligence, see if or see what needs to be sleeved, what needs to be top loaded, and stuff like this. Get it all prepared for shipping, the whole shebang. But then, if that other, I know that there was like a couple of breaks pretty close to selling out. So if those are sold out, I will rip them tonight. So I will catch y'all on the next one, everybody. Thank you.